Hi, dear Toastmasters, guests, and friends. Welcome to Toastmasters, the world's biggest platform to hone your leadership skills and communication skills. I'm Veera Sriram, your public relations manager, and I welcome you to our talk show called The Open Heart with District 31. On our talk show this afternoon, we have a Toastmaster who is an area director, Toastmaster who's a presenter at club officer trainings, a Toastmaster who's created a brand new mechanism for new area directors to onboard fast, to learn what it takes to be a area director and to just help new area directors get ramped on fast. Without any further ado, let me welcome our good friend Toastmaster Phyllis onto our talk show. Toastmaster Phyllis, how are you doing?
I'm doing very well. Thank you very much, Vera.
Toastmaster Phyllis, you could have been anywhere in the world, but you choose to come down and talk to us. So thank you from the bottom of my heart.
It's my pleasure.
Toastmaster Phyllis, I ask all my guests one question is why Toastmasters? Where did it start? How did it start? Would you like to share something about your Toastmasters journey?
Absolutely. When I first started out, I began with an open corporate club. And it just so happened that that corporate club was meeting while I was spending my time walking for exercise around all three levels of our business offices. And I came across the banner on the outside of the meeting room, and it said Toastmasters. And I thought to myself, ooh, I'm hungry. Door is open. I'm going to peek in. So I did. I stuck my entire head in out of curiosity, saw many people sitting, one person standing, and another person who looked over at me and said, "Come on in." So, being curious, I stepped into the room. They gave me a seat. I sat down and I listened to a few speeches and table topics. Didn't know what was going on, but I kept on looking around for the bread and the toast maker. I didn't get it. However, I was invited actually by two people to stay behind when the meeting concluded, and they explained a little bit to me. And I thought to myself, well, I love to talk. People can't make me stop. This is ideal for me. Believe it or not, after joining, I discovered there is a lot more to Toastmasters than meets the eye, and hence started my journey, which has continued for 10 years now.
Congratulations on 10 years, and we are so fortunate to have a Toastmaster. And when you speak, there are no clutch words, no ahs, ums, an accomplished Toastmaster. Thank you for inspiring us, Toastmaster Phyllis. Now, there may be a reason what keeps you at Toastmasters. 10 years is a long journey, and by the time people hit 10 years, most of them are gone. But what keeps you at Toastmasters? What keeps you to give back to the society? You're a presenter, you're an area director. What is it that you're still looking for?
There is one word for it, and that's joy. There is absolute joy in giving to begin with. But secondly, in Toastmasters, you get that opportunity over and over again, and it is totally up to you how you decide to apply. You can do that just by giving information and sharing yourself in speeches. Or you can step up and become a leader. Or you can just share your knowledge with lots of folks through mentoring. My joy is helping everyone else. My friends call me Mama Bear. They say that I always nurture everyone. And it is a pure, joyful experience for me to know that someone has stepped forward because they've learned, and I had a little bit of a part in helping them to achieve their goal.
Thank you, Toastmaster Phyllis. There's a sense of warmth when we talk to you, and they're right in calling you a mama bear. Toastmaster Phyllis, now coming to the second part of our interview is the impact of Toastmasters. What has been the impact of Toastmasters on your personal life, professional life, social and spiritual life? Would you like to share something about that?
Sure. In a professional career, all people at one point or another are faced with an opportunity to be able to show what they really are within the space of 3 minutes. Hence our table topics, which is absolutely fabulous for things of that nature. And I have had the experience of that elevator talk with a CEO who happened to step into the elevator right after me, and we went 8 floors. Crickets at first, but I thought quickly on my feet and said, there ought to be a snowball fight after we're done with our meeting, shouldn't there be, sir? And he just looked at me like I had 3 heads and said, you know, that's not a bad idea. And I thought to myself, you know, those are great experiences to share with other people because it's an opportunity to let them know everyone is human. It's how you offer up something that gives you the opportunities. Toastmasters does that for you. It teaches you how to be on your toes, to really be able to deliver and to complete your sentences and sound like you really know what you're talking about. Great exercises, terrific, also in social settings. Sometimes you spend time just not saying a word because you don't know how to enter a conversation. A smile and a quick comment can really pop you right in there, and all of a sudden you're just as conversational as the other people are, and that's a wonderful experience. Toastmaster again, it's there, it helps you, and it becomes a natural thing.
Thank you for the tip. A smile and a comment gets you in like an entry pass into the conversations. I will definitely try this. Toastmaster Phyllis, now the third segment is the why of Toastmasters. In your view, what is the 1 or 2 things that you like to share with our guests watching this talk show? Why should they consider Toastmasters?
Oh, there are so many reasons going through my head right now. Let's see, I would say that the primary ones would be definitely to know who you are. Your discovery while you're on your Toastmaster journey is fabulous, but it gives you insight into yourself and how you take that insight and deliver it back to other people and discover how it is that you can offer that up is just an achievement beyond. And then there's the leadership skills. Being a leader is something that a lot of people say, I don't think that that's for me. But what's really funny is most of those people that say that are the ones that become outstanding leaders, and they really shine, and they also set such a fabulous example for other people that they wish to emulate, and they do so. And each person continues their path and their journey and continue up the ladder of success. And I really think that those are just some of the small points that you can bring out.
Thank you, Toastmaster Phyllis. The leadership aspect of Toastmasters, as you rightly said, is a great platform that Toastmasters provides. Thank you for sharing that. Toastmaster Phyllis, now we move to the 4th segment of our talk show, which is Rapid Fire Round. Are you ready for some fun?
I am.
Thank you, Toastmaster Phyllis. Toastmaster Phyllis, a historic leader that inspires you a lot. Any leader that comes to your mind?
3. Jesus, because he was so humble and kind and spoke the word love on so many occasions. How can anyone even come close? 2, my husband. He has stood by me through everything that I've experienced and loved me and respected me and appreciated me and held me above all else. And 3, my fabulous daughter, age 26. She is adopted from Romania, and she has turned into the most incredible, powerful, strong-headed, sometimes a little too much, but well-minded young lady. And I am very proud, and it just makes me feel good and warm inside every time I think about her.
Thank you, Toastmaster Phyllis. Fabulous choice. It truly tells how authentic you are. Toastmaster Phyllis, a historic speech that is very close to your heart. You take a lot of inspiration from any speech that comes to you.
There are just a few select words that have stuck with me. I had studied martial arts for 14 years and had gotten my black belt. I am now a black belt master, but my master taught me 2 things that have just remained. They play in my head every day. Learn something new and walk away.
Amazing.
Always be peaceful about everything.
Amazing, Toastmaster Phyllis. Black belt in martial arts, how did that happen?
My daughter was taking classes, and I was sitting in rooms with other parents. And here goes Toastmaster leadership skills that I was starting to build outside of Toastmasters. I turned to my master and said, all of us adults are just sitting here. Why don't we have an adult class while they're having their kid class? And that was how I started. They started the class, and the parents were regular, and they really hung with it. And we all achieved our own levels, personal. And I was just so pleased to be able to do something instead of just sitting around while I was waiting.
Amazing, Toastmaster Phyllis. True leadership in action, true Toastmaster skills in action. Thank you for that.
Yes.
Toastmaster Phyllis, your personal speech that when you written, when you practiced, when you delivered, you said that the whole process was worth it, and the evaluation that you got. Any speech that comes to your mind?
I gave a speech on mentoring when I finished the mentoring pathways. And it was really from the heart. It was very passionate. And because of that speech, I ended up mentoring 6 people out of the audience that I was in. And they are all dear friends of mine now. And they have achieved incredibly other things. And they are mentoring now, which just gave me, it resonated with me because it told me, yes, Phyllis, you did succeed in your efforts when you provided this speech at the end. Yes, Phyllis, you learned your lessons from that pathway, and that particular pathway I would recommend to anyone. It is fabulous.
Amazing, truly powerful, Toastmaster Phyllis. As you were speaking, the impact of your speech on 6 Toastmasters and then mentoring them, that is truly impactful. Thank you for sharing that. A book recommendation, Toastmaster Phyllis, for our audience and our members. Any book that you like to recommend?
Back when I was still using the manuals before we moved to Pathways, one of the challenges in the manual was to read a book in your Toastmaster Club meeting. I knew that there was limited time, so therefore I selected a book that meant a great deal to me. It is a book that is by Margaret Wise Brown, and it is called Good Night, Moon. It is a child's book that I read every night to my daughter for years. And she has that book still in her possession. And I took it to my club meeting and I read the book, and everyone in there wrote it down, and they decided that they would purchase it either for their grandkids or for their own children. And I was really happy that I was able to experience that in that way.
Thank you, Toastmaster Phyllis. I'm going to buy that for my son and read a story for him. Toastmaster Phyllis, a food recommendation, a food that is very close to your palate that you like to eat a lot. Any food that you like to share?
I am a US American person when it comes to the food that I like. I love pizza. I will eat pizza until it's coming out of my ears. Oh, I love it so much. And until my stomach is making all sorts of little noises and stuff, I will eat pizza. And it doesn't matter what's on it. It can just be cheese, it can be meats,
Yeah.
it can be vegetables, it can be anything unusual. I don't care. I'll eat it.
Amazing. Thank you for that. A restaurant that you like to recommend for a good pizza or to have a good time with family or friends, any restaurant, Toastmaster Phyllis?
There are quite a few that come to mind, but in Massachusetts, there is this one restaurant called the 110. They have a couple of those 110 grills, one in the town that I used to live in, Chelmsford. And everything there is just done on the spot. And so you enjoy like being home and expecting something fresh, hot, steaming, sizzling, coming off the grill, or just being produced in a beautiful way, and then just looking at it, the way that they dress it up and present is just absolutely outstanding. And the prices are not too bad. So all of that combined, not too bad. I'd like it. I like it a lot.
110 Grill. So we'll just check that out. Thank you, Toastmaster Phyllis. That wraps up our rapid fire round. Is there anything else that you'd like to share with our district which you have not yet asked?
Two things. I highly recommend, if you're watching this, that you either join or consider becoming leaders, because we need them always. And it's important that we make a success story out of Toastmasters International. And the second thing, District 31 rocks.
Thank you, Toastmaster Phyllis. That is very powerful. I could have not asked for any better ending. You could have been anywhere in the world, but you choose to come down and talk to us. So thank you once again. The Toastmasters, that was Toastmaster Phyllis sharing her Toastmasters journey, her impact of Toastmasters on her personal life, professional life, her speeches, and the impact the speeches created on the audience. If you would like to share your experience with us, please do mention your name in the chat window. Please do subscribe, like, and share our channel so that it supports us and it encourages us to create more content for you. On that note, have a wonderful day. I will talk to you soon on another episode of Open Heart with the 631. Until then, bye bye.